souls leaving their bodies, angels appearing in moments of need, and guardian angels watching over us. These moments defy explanation.
And this image appeared up on the security monitor. It was an image of an angel.
And without proof, they'd be hard to believe. But not anymore with these camera captures. A man's nighttime drive through the woods turned into something unforgettable. Out of nowhere, his car stalled, and he felt this intense, unshakable presence. As he looked ahead, a glowing white figure crossed the road, a shape that looked like a woman. It felt like more than just a sighting. It seemed like she was warning others, maybe trying to prevent the same fate she had met. Before he could process it, the figure disappeared into the trees. This wasn't your usual roadside encounter. It was something deeply unsettling. Miracle in Blue.
At the Marathon Gas at the corner of State and Pleasant Valley in Parma, an eerie, luminous blue ghostly image caught on surveillance.
At a gas station in Parma, Ohio, something completely bizarre showed up on the security cameras. A strange blue figure, glowing and faintly eerie, drifted through the air like it was floating.
Oh my God! It gives you the chills.
The station owner couldn't believe his eyes and kept rewinding the footage.
Watched it for half an hour. And then actually I see it move, that's really, I got freaked out.
Only to see the figure moving again. It floated over to a car, hovered on the windshield for a moment, and then vanished into thin air.
Whatever this is has dozens of people coming over to check out the camera to see what in the world this possibly could be.
People around town had plenty to say. Some brushed it off as a plastic bag, while others were convinced it was something divine.
Angels. There's an angel here.
Admiring art. Late one evening, inside a quiet museum, the security cameras caught something that made jaws drop. A see-through figure appeared, standing in front of a painting, as if admiring it. But this wasn't just a fleeting moment. It began gliding across the room like it owned the place. You could clearly see its legs, not hazy or shadowy, but eerily distinct. It felt like this ghost had front row access to the gallery. Maybe museums just got a whole lot more exclusive, or a whole lot scarier. Divine baptism. During a riverside baptism in Honduras, something otherworldly happened. As two people rose from the water, surrounded by loved ones, a strange mist formed above them. It didn't drift aimlessly like fog. It framed them perfectly, glowing faintly and taking on a humanoid shape. Witnesses couldn't explain it. How could a mist single out just these two? Some skeptics called it a trick of light and steam, but those who were there felt it was a divine presence, marking the moment with a spiritual embrace. Heavenly witness. This woman stepped out late at night and spotted a bunch of orbs right above her. It could have been excused as lens flare, but the fact she was staring at these orbs and seemed to acknowledge their presence proves that they had a physical presence. She then quickly started texting something to someone on her phone, most likely informing them of what she just witnessed. These were no ordinary orbs and are said to be heavenly entities watching over individuals. Angel's Prayer. Inside a quiet mosque, an eerie video captured something that left people amazed. Among worshippers dressed in dark, modest clothing, one figure glowed like it was from another world. The light wasn't faint or subtle. It was bright and almost radiant. The moment sparked debates everywhere. Some believe this was an angel joining in prayer, while others think it showed someone with a truly pure soul. Whether divine or something else, the glowing figure moved with an unexplainable grace, leaving everyone watching both fascinated and unsettled. Falling Angel. Late one night, a CCTV camera caught something unbelievable. A glowing figure with wings fell from the sky, landed briefly on the ground, and then shot back into the air, vanishing. Locals who saw it rushed over but found nothing there. It wasn't just rumors. Another camera recorded the whole thing. People around town couldn't stop talking about it, convinced they had witnessed an angel. The footage sparked awe and curiosity, leaving everyone wondering what they'd just seen. Virgin Mary. 15 years ago, something incredible happened in Ta Pau, Vietnam. Locals said they saw the Virgin Mary appear on a hillside, and a video from that day left everyone stunned. As people gathered to pray, a tall figure in a veil showed up, looking just like the Virgin from traditional images. It wasn't a statue either. The figure moved. Those who were there believed it was a sign of peace and protection. That brief moment stayed with them, changing the lives of everyone who witnessed it. Man or spirit? One night, a ring cam recorded someone walking down the street. Nothing unusual at first, but as the person got closer, their legs started to fade, turning into mist. By the time they passed the house, their whole body was gone, leaving only a faint shadow. The homeowners thought it might be a camera glitch, but no one in the area knew who it was. Even stranger, they didn't show up on any other cameras. Whatever it was, it left people wondering if they'd just seen something unexplainable. Wandering spirit. In this video, a spirit can be seen strolling through the woods, making it clear that Gettysburg might not be the ideal spot to add to your travel plans. Cemetery mystery.
And as you can see behind me here, we have a few gravestones, but what you can...
This is exactly why people say to avoid cemeteries at night. In Saratoga, a reporter was filming at Green Ridge Cemetery before dawn when something creepy happened. During her live broadcast, a viewer shouted, "There's a ghost behind her!" Sure enough, the camera caught a transparent white figure moving behind her. The reporter didn't even notice and just kept talking, but people watching were freaked out. Some called it a ghost. Others thought it was a light trick. Either way, I'm steering clear of cemeteries at night after seeing that. Going to God. One night, a medical helicopter rushed an injured person to the hospital, and the crew filmed the scene. Later, when they watched the footage, they noticed something strange. A glowing figure shooting up into the sky. At first, they thought it was just dust stirred up by the helicopter, but then they got the news. The person they were trying to save didn't make it. Seeing that light in the sky made everyone wonder if it wasn't just dust, but something much more meaningful. Spirit swap. This CCTV footage is enough to make you think twice about passing strangers. The clip shows a soul leaving a boy's body, but what's chilling is what happened next. It went straight into another person. Nobody knows why, but maybe the spirit liked the second guy better. Just imagining something like that gives me the creeps. Walking down the street and seeing something so eerie, that's enough to make anyone uneasy about who might be standing next to them. Unexpected savior. Not all spirits are out to scare us. Sometimes they might even help. A CCTV camera in Seoul, Korea, captured a man being followed by someone with bad intentions. Just as the follower tried to grab his backpack, a ghostly figure appeared out of nowhere, scaring the thief off. The man didn't know what happened, but the robber ran for his life. Maybe some spirits are just here to protect. spying guardian. A guy tested his new drone over a cemetery at night, and things got weird fast. While filming, he noticed a figure near a grave, acting strangely. As the drone got closer, he realized it wasn't a person. It was a transparent ghost. The moment it realized it was being watched, it darted off and disappeared into the night. Safe to say, he won't be flying his drone near cemeteries again. Angelic sky. A man filming the cloudy sky from his roof captured something extraordinary, a massive, winged figure flying overhead. At first, he thought it was a large bird, but as it blocked the light from the clouds, it became clear. It was an angel. The footage left netizens stunned, sparking debates about its authenticity. Was it a trick of the light, or something truly divine? The sighting raises questions about what else might exist beyond our understanding. Could this be proof of celestial beings watching over us? Or just a case of the mind seeing what it wants to believe? Soul Reaper. Filming an empty hospital room might seem harmless, but for one person, it turned into a chilling experience. The footage revealed a tall, dark figure standing silently next to a bed, almost blending into the shadows. Its presence was unnerving, as if it were watching or waiting. The figure didn't move, but its eerie vibe lingered long after the video ended. Was it a trick of the light, or something more sinister? Encounters like this make you wonder what unseen forces might be lurking in places we least expect. Heavenly orbs.
I got notified that someone was in the building at 10 after 1, and then when I looked at the video, all I saw was these sort of dancing orbs.
Spirits aren't always shadowy figures. Sometimes they're glowing orbs of energy. A local gym's security cameras captured these mysterious lights swirling and dancing in the dark. At first, the owner thought it was dust, but experts ruled that out, leaving no clear explanation.
Kevin had a digital expert take a look to see maybe those orbs were dust particles. That was ruled out.
Many believe these orbs are spirits drawn to the energy of the gym, perhaps lingering in a place they once loved. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the sight of these playful lights is enough to make you wonder, could spirits really be among us, searching for someone new to follow? Loyal companion. A pet owner checking his backyard camera footage saw something eerie. His dog playing with a glowing, see-through dog. The ghostly figure chased alongside his pet like they were old friends. The yard was secure, so no real dog would have entered. The owner was stunned, and netizens agreed. It seemed his dog had a ghostly playmate. Whether it was a spirit or a trick of the light, the footage left everyone wondering if pets can connect with the supernatural. The idea of a loyal companion, even in spirit form, is both heartwarming and spine-chilling. Soul of Hero. In 2020, a man named Dondon from the Philippines bravely saved a dog from drowning. Moments later, a woman nearby saw a translucent, human-like figure appear above the water before vanishing. A bystander's recording backed her story. Many believe it was a spirit completing its final act of bravery before moving on. The moment felt otherworldly, leaving witnesses in awe. Was it a guardian angel, a past hero, or something else? The incident reminds us that acts of courage can transcend the ordinary, leaving behind a mystery that defies explanation. Vengeful dark entity. Late one night, a man walking through his apartment lobby encountered something straight out of a horror movie. Out of nowhere, he ran into a smoky, almost invisible barrier. It wasn't solid, but it had enough force to stop him in his tracks. Before he could react, the smoky entity grabbed his feet and tried to pull him backward. Terrified, he fought it off and managed to break free, sprinting to safety. The encounter left him shaken, wondering if it was an evil spirit or some dark, vengeful entity. Was it a random supernatural attack? Or something targeting him specifically? The incident remains a chilling mystery. Chasing Shadow. On a quiet late night, a security camera captured something spine-chilling. A man was walking down an empty street, his steps calm under the dim glow of streetlights. But he wasn't alone. A ghostly, hazy figure seemed to glide behind him, unnoticed. The footage is unsettling enough to send shivers through anyone who watches it. Experts have debated whether it was a camera glitch or something supernatural, but no definitive answer has surfaced. The eerie presence raises questions. Was it a spirit following him, or just a trick of the light? Either way, it's a reminder that sometimes the unseen can be closer than we think. Angelic touch.
And this image appeared up on the security monitor. And it was an image of an angel.
A mother's faith was put to the test when her daughter's pneumonia took a turn for the worse, leaving doctors helpless. As they prepared for the worst, something miraculous happened. Hospital staff noticed a strange, bright light just outside her daughter's room.
And I thought, well, either that's the angel coming to take her to heaven, or it's an angel to say that she's getting better.
The light took on a shape many believed resembled an angel, lingering for a moment before vanishing into the night. Within hours, the girl's condition began to improve, defying all medical expectations. Her mother is convinced the ethereal presence saved her child, calling it a divine intervention. The incident leaves us wondering, could there be forces beyond our understanding, watching over us in our darkest moments? Dominating presence. One evening, a man was on his roof filming the cloudy sky when something extraordinary happened. Out of nowhere, a figure appeared in the clouds, an angel, clear as day. As the angel spread its wings, the sky lit up with a flash of lightning and a deafening boom of thunder. It felt like the angel was sending a message, perhaps even expressing frustration with humanity. The moment was so surreal it left him, and anyone who sees the footage, speechless. Whether it was a divine sign or just a trick of the light, it's a sight that stays with you long after the clouds clear. Babysitter spirit. On June 14, 2018, a mother filmed her young son riding his bike at Oldway Mansion in England, a historic property with a rich past. What started as a simple family video turned eerie when she noticed something odd in one of the mansion's windows. At first, she thought it was a reflection, but upon zooming in, she saw a woman with her hair in a bun, clearly not from their time. The mansion's old walls have seen plenty, but this was a new level of spooky. It's the kind of moment that makes you wonder what else might be lingering in those historic halls, unseen, but not unfelt. Michigan Angel. A man from Michigan had an unbelievable experience when his motion sensor camera captured what looked like an angel floating above his truck. Stunned, he sent the photo to his pastor, who confirmed, "That's an angel." The glowing figure hovering above the truck left him in awe, saying, "This is just unreal." The image sparked wonder and curiosity, leaving him to reflect on whether he'd witnessed something truly divine. Now he's sharing it with the world, and it's the kind of moment that makes you pause and think about the unseen forces that might be watching over us in unexpected ways. Naughty Ghost. In September 2016, a quiet village nestled deep in the forest was shaken by something straight out of a nightmare. It all started when a boy took a familiar trail through the woods and encountered a ghostly figure that seemed to be waiting for him. Frozen in fear, he wasn't the only one to experience the eerie presence. Soon, other villagers began sharing their own spine-chilling encounters. The once peaceful village quickly became a place of whispers and unease. The unsettling events left everyone on edge, wondering what or who was haunting their home. Final farewell. A hospital CCTV in China captured something that challenges our understanding of life and the afterlife. Moments after a patient passed away, the camera lens slowly turned toward the still figure. That's when it recorded something unexplainable. A faint, smoke-like shadow rising from the patient's body. It hovered briefly before vanishing into the air. Hospital staff initially thought it was a glitch, but the more they reviewed the footage, the harder it became to dismiss. The haunting image leaves us to wonder if it was the soul, captured on film, as it departed this world. I'll always love you. When Sandra Gonzalez lost her daughter, she lovingly decorated her grave with cherished toys. But when the toys kept disappearing, she set up a camera to find out why. What she captured was beyond anything she could have imagined. Late at night, the ghostly image of a small girl appeared, lingering over the grave and carefully examining the toys. Thinking it might be a lost child, Sandra checked with the groundskeeper, only to learn no one had been there. Convinced the spirit was her daughter, Sandra now believes that love can be stronger than life itself, keeping souls connected to the places and people they hold dear. Last respite. For one homeless man, sleep became something far more permanent. Late at night, as he lay on a street corner, a nearby camera captured a translucent figure slowly rising, perfectly mirroring his shape. The resemblance was uncanny, as if his very essence had been lifted from his resting body. The footage is haunting, leaving us to wonder if our spirits linger even after our physical presence is gone, visible only in those rare moments caught on camera. Passing shadow. In 2017, a hospital camera recorded something that still puzzles staff to this day. A patient lay in bed, fading away, when a ghostly shadow suddenly emerged and vanished just as quickly. Nurses rushed to his side, but it was too late. He had already passed. The eerie image raises questions about the soul's departure. Was it his spirit leaving, caught on film in its final moments? Or was it something else? A silent surrender to fate, forever frozen in time? The footage remains a haunting mystery. Silent farewell. In 2017, a man unknowingly captured his final moments on camera. As he lay sleeping, a dark, shadowy shape slowly rose from his body, lingering before fading away. Hours later, his family found him, peaceful but gone. When they reviewed the footage, they saw the unsettling form hovering as if reluctant to leave. It's a moment that makes you wonder, did his spirit pause, realizing it was time to go? Or was it just a shadow, misunderstood yet chilling in its timing? The footage is a strong reminder of how little we know about the boundary between life and what comes next. Ascending shadow. When a reckless car swerved into the wrong lane, emergency responders rushed to help the driver, but a bystander's footage revealed something unexpected, a strange, bright mist drifting upward and away. At first, it was dismissed as smoke from the car, but when the driver was declared deceased, the mysterious light took on a deeper meaning. For those who saw it, the ethereal sight felt like something beyond this world, a quiet image of a soul departing. It's a haunting reminder of how fragile life is, and how little we understand about what happens when it ends. Ghost on phone. Many who experience loss say they see their loved ones everywhere, as if they're still present. Jennifer Hodge, a mother from Metro Atlanta, wondered if it was more than just her memory playing tricks. One night, her home security app alerted her to an intruder while she and her daughter were watching TV. Expecting the worst, Jennifer checked her phone and saw a ghostly figure resembling her son, who had passed away months earlier. She searched the house, but found no one. Now, Jennifer is convinced her son returned for a final farewell, offering the comfort she had been seeking in his memory. Trapped soul. We often think of souls leaving our bodies, but what if some struggle to return, or worse, get trapped, wandering and seeking vessels to relive life. That's what one woman wondered after a strange experience following her visit to Wilson Castle, a 19th century estate. Noticing unexplainable happenings, she set up a camera. Late at night, as she and a friend slept, a tiny, bright orb appeared in their room. It briefly sank into her friend, only to emerge moments later before vanishing. Now, they're convinced it was the restless spirit of a Victorian soul following her home and searching for a body to inhabit. Stairway to Heaven. A photograph taken at the site of an incident has left people questioning the afterlife.
Photo is the pathway to heaven. They went straight to heaven.
In the image, a brilliant beam of light streams down from above, illuminating the spot where it happened. Within the beam, a brighter, distinctly human-like shape can be seen rising, as if reaching for the sky. Dubbed the Stairway to Heaven, the photo has circulated widely, sparking awe and curiosity. Some believe it captures a soul's journey to the afterlife, a direct path granted by forces beyond our understanding. Final departure. As two bystanders approached a homeless man lying motionless on the roadside, they intended to wake him, perhaps offering food or water. But as they drew closer, a shadowy haze began rising slowly from his still form, a swirling, smoke-like figure, dark and undefined, hovering before ascending toward the sky. Frozen in place, they watched, a chill creeping down their spines. In the eerie silence, it dawned on them that this was not just a man in a deep slumber. He had quietly passed away in the night. They stood in disbelief, captivated by the smoky apparition, left to wonder if they had just witnessed his soul departing from this world. The moment was both haunting and profound, a reminder of the fragile line between life and what lies beyond. Nightly Orb. There's a theory that spirits don't always take human-like forms, but instead become bright orbs, pulsing with energy. These orbs, too restless to ascend, often linger in places their owners once cherished. One such orb was spotted on a home security camera, hovering in a living room at 4 a.m. The homeowner believes it was his late wife, who had passed months earlier, visiting to bring comfort and a final, silent farewell. While skeptics argue it was dust or a camera glitch, to the man left behind, it was a powerful sign that love transcends life itself. Supernatural encounter.
The first thing I'm thinking, like, whoa, what is this?
Pastor Monzel Ford of Daytona Beach never expected to encounter the supernatural in his own home. Woken one night by an intruder alert, he checked his phone expecting to see a burglar. Instead, he saw a glowing, disc-like object slowly drifting across his living room. At first, he thought it was a reflection or a glitch, but the object was translucent and moved with an intelligence of its own. With no other explanation, the pastor believes it was a benevolent spirit, possibly a guardian, making its presence known before fading into the night. The encounter left him reflecting on the unseen forces that might be watching over us. Invisible Stalker. A mother's eerie footage left her children spooked, and for good reason. As her son packed suitcases into their car trunk, the security camera picked up a ghostly figure peering from the nearby woods. Strangely, the figure ducked out of sight just as her son reappeared, as if avoiding detection. At first, the family thought it might be a living neighbor, but they soon realized the figure had an unnatural transparency and bore a striking resemblance to a neighbor who had recently passed. Now, they're convinced this was no ordinary visitor, but rather a spirit lingering nearby, watching over them in its own mysterious way. Stallion returns home. Loss stays with you forever, and when it's a beloved pet, that memory never vanishes. For one man, closure came in a ghostly form. A few years after losing his cherished horse, he spotted a glowing white horse-like figure approaching his porch at night. Though his own horse had been black, the man felt a deep connection to the apparition. He believes it's the spirit of his late friend, returning to see him one last time. For those who saw the video, it was as though a loyal companion had come back, if only briefly, to offer a final goodbye. Unwanted follower. Next time you're taking out the trash, you might want to be quick. A woman's security camera captured an unsettling sight as her husband went to the curb at night. A misty, human-shaped figure appeared just behind him, standing silently in the background. What might seem like fog appears more sentient, almost as if it's observing him. The couple debated if it was just a trick of light, but the figure's detailed outline and close proximity to the man give it an undeniable presence. Seeing spirits. Troy Vance, a teenager with a fascination for the paranormal, had an unsettling encounter of his own. While trying to start his car, he felt an unusual jolt. Stepping out, he found a faint, spectral figure seated on his truck's hood. Recognizing the apparition, Troy realized it was a young individual who had passed away in an accident in the truck before he bought it. He snapped a quick picture, shaken but intrigued. Troy now believes the ghost was either warning him to be careful or looking out for him. The encounter leaves us reflecting on how the past might linger in unexpected ways. Now it's time for today's subscribers' pick of the day. And boy, is this miraculous for sure, or just a convenient trick of the light. Let's find out. Something wild happened at St. John Brebeuf Church in Niles, and it was all caught on camera. During a quiet ceremony, a bright, glowing light suddenly appeared on the wall, almost like it was shining from above. Now guys, here's something crazy. Literally no one in the church saw it, but the camera did. And that was only because the person who was making the video thought he felt something he could not explain. It caught the light in full view, and many people believe it looked like an angelic figure. However, another theory is that it is just a reflection, sun rays passing through a window, or maybe even a glare created by the lights inside the church. Could this be a visit from something heavenly, or just a weird coincidence? Either way, it's got everyone talking.